Invito allora sul palco Sebastian Heitmann, partner di Extantia Capital. Benvenuto. Salve, welcome. So, how do you predict investments in startup and scale-up will evolve with regard to climate change? And what are the current technological trends? And how is the landscape of innovative startups evolving in the climate change field?
Well, first of all, piacere. And I switched to English now. Italian is too limited, I can understand, but speaking is too limited. Well, quite a few questions. I mean, climate change is a big problem. It has many, many facets. We as investors, we try to look at the big problems. What are the essential problems? And of course, there's also, to any problem, there's tools, picks and shovels, we call them, that can help us find the right solution, or often I don't like to say solution so much more as a response, because we often will not find a solution that will get us back to where we were, but we will find a response, how to adapt. And I think Federico, who just explained, his technology is a great example of an adaptation technology. Generally, I would also categorize two different types of responses. There's mitigation responses and adaptation responses. Adaptation is what we just heard. It's using, like this gentleman, satellite data and machine learning algorithms to help us understand data better, to react faster, to react in more precision. I mean, he mentioned something like 30 meters granularity. That is very precise. So those type of mitigation technologies, we have them in the other sectors, for example, the energy optimization sector, or also how do we integrate renewables into the grid. So all of these are adaptation technologies where also AI will play a very significant role. Same counts for precision agriculture and land management. How many questions do we have before I start? Continue mumbling here.
No, my question was one and two at the same time. The
okay.
I asked you before.
Okay.
But if you want, I have other questions.
No, I don't want to be wasting all the time on the first question, right? So no, we have, for example, a real life example. We invested into a company that uses also AI algorithms and also, but some hardware as well, to measure the amount of soil, CO2 stored in soil. CO2 is soil is a large sink for CO2. 2 gigatons can be captured by soil. That's a lot. We can use regenerative agriculture practices to do this. The problem today is this is economical nonsense. It makes no sense. It just costs money, and then typically it doesn't scale. Then people have to pay for it a lot, and then people say, okay, this is nice to have, but there's no business case involved. Anything that we invest, obviously we are a for-profit investor, and our primary goal is to, in the end of the day, to return the money to the insurance companies. These are often the people who back us. So it needs to be for profit, and they found a way how to use AI to do this a lot cheaper. They're using a very simple method to collect the data, and with all the several measuring points they have, they're now able to really show the effect by reducing the cost by 90%, and this enables the market now. This is now the market can come and say, this is profitable, I can get credits for sequestering my CO2 as a landowner. And for doing this, I actually get paid. So that's a very good example. And with traditional methodologies, without AI, this would have not been possible.
Mm-hmm. With traditional methods, it's impossible. But as it is a change, how you can use artificial intelligence and machine learning based on the past to understand what will happen, and in these last months or years, did you create some other patterns also in order of the fact that this some way unpredictable as change?
Yeah, good question. I would honestly say probably not. Not that I would have an example of right now. I mean, no, probably not. I mean, it wouldn't come up with a good example of this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sorry, I would love to.
Okay, thank you. So you stay with us.